Hey guys, this is Curtis from Curtis Clay Training. This is vlog episode number 2. And we're gonna get into it. I talked about in the last video, but it's about interviewing a potential trainer, which it says right here. Okay, episode number 2. But what this is what it's gonna kind of go over is some things that I think you should know going into figuring out whether you want to work with that person or not. And the reason why I'm doing this video is in every other profession we go to interview people and see if we want to work with them. We go to different doctors for surgeries. We go to different dentists, different orthodontists for those things. Story with an orthodontist recently is somebody that I train, and they went to an orthodontist and had braces for a long time and figured out that there was no change, and so they decided to quit with that person, and now they're going to another one, and she has to start the whole process over again. And I think if you interview the person at first, I think it can prevent those things, and hopefully you can meet your goals faster and then maintain those goals when it comes to exercise longer and maintain them over time. So yeah, so this video is going to talk about hopefully things that you can do to prepare yourself to meet with someone and see if what they do and how they train is what you would like. So let's get into it. On this side, I've got some bullet points that I'll kind of talk over. I'll look back periodically to make sure I'm on path to kind of go over those things, but let's kind of get into it. So the first thing is I would call, you can email, I would try to talk to the person on the phone and set up a consultation to see if you both are a good fit for one another, because you're gonna be working with that person for probably an hour, some places 30 minutes at a time, and you wanna make sure that you feel comfortable working with that person, you trust them, and all those different types of things. So the first thing I would do is, say you come in for the consultation, I would come with questions, and hopefully that trainer encourages you to bring questions and anything that's important to you so they can answer those questions and help you to make a decision of yes or no to either train with them or not, or you want to go somewhere else. So that's the first thing I would do. I would come with questions, things that are important to you, things that you want to know, right? And if we continue on, I would then ask, one thing I would ask is, what is their background? What is your education? You'd be surprised, not many trainers have a degree in the field, whether it's exercise science, kinesiology, which isn't a huge deal, but it may be to you. You've got to figure out if that's important to you or not. And then certifications, and maybe they can talk about their certifications and what they mean and what it enlists them to do and what it allows them to do. And so I would go over that too. So that's the first thing I would ask is, what's their certifications? Also, what's their education background? And then if you continue on, I would ask them, what is your training philosophy? How do you view the body? That's another one. How do you view the body? How do you train the body, or how do you look at it? Are they education-based training facility? Are they trying to teach you, or are they just trying to put you through a workout, get you in and out? If you want to kind of get in and get out, and that's the place that you want to be, where it's kind of like you're running through a mill, go for it. If it's not what you want something that's being thoughtful and intentional with your body, because you only have one body, I would definitely ask those questions, like, how do they view the body? How do you work with it? What are some things that you do? They may not be able to give you a whole diagnosis or a breakdown, a breakdown of what they would do with if you had a knee issue. You don't know until they start looking at you during an assessment. But these are things that I would ask, their education background, their certifications, their philosophy and training, body view. Is it important to you that they have a sports background, and say you have a young athlete and they play a certain sport, and you want them to have an understanding of that sport? If they played that sport at a high level, like I played baseball at the collegiate level, and I have a pretty good understanding of baseball and overhand throwing, and softball kind of carries over to that, that might be like, hey, that's a good thing too, and he's got a background when it comes to education certifications to work with my young athlete. Or say you want somebody that works with an older population. I would ask them their background, their history, so you can get to know them. Hopefully they're asking questions back to you, because it's an interview, right? Like, you're interviewing them and they should be interviewing you too. And then I guess the last point that I'd be careful with is, are they selling you? Do you feel like you're being sold, or you're trying to be convinced to work with that person? Not that they sound desperate, they may sound desperate, but are they selling you like, oh, I can do all those things, and making you all these promises? I would be careful of that. The whole point of the interview is do you trust this person? Do you want to work with them? Because if you don't trust them, how can you actually, if you don't trust the person just talking with them, why would you trust them with your body? Because they're trying to use exercise or whatever it is to help your body perform better and be optimal. And if you don't trust that person, and you can't over a long period of time, I'd be careful with that. So, do they listen to you, right? So I put, do they talk a lot? Are they just trying to sell you and sell you and sell you? Or do they listen? Are they listening to what you're saying, hearing it, absorbing it, and responding to that? And showing you that, like, hey, what you're saying is valuable, because I would like to know what you need to say. And all of that encompasses you protecting yourself and then investing in you taking care of your body over, hopefully, the lifetime, right? The whole point is to find somebody that you can help, or find somebody that can help you maintain your muscular system, which your muscles are organs. They need to be maintained just like your heart or your liver or anything like that. And I'll talk about that in another video later on. But you've got to have somebody that can help you maintain your muscular system for life. So I hope that this video, this vlog helps you to empower you to figure out whether or not I want to work with this trainer, whether they're a good fit for me, and so forth. You should interview them, you know? You can interview them and your main focus can be, what am I going to pay per hour? That is an important thing, and I totally agree with that. But I think you should also, the main thing you should do is figure out whether who they are, how they function, how they do business, are they going to be a good fit for you? And I think that that's probably the biggest take home from this video, is to figure out, can you find somebody that's going to help you reach your goals, maintain your goals over a longer period of time, so that your muscular system can stay healthy and function for hopefully a lifetime. So yeah, man, that's episode number 2, interviewing a potential trainer. And I hope that helps. If you guys have more questions, please reach out to me. And then from there, the next video I'm going to go over, I kind of hinted at a little bit, is maintaining your muscles. And your muscles are an organ. So we're going to kind of go over that. And yeah, so thanks for watching. If you got any questions, again, reach out. But Curtis